to be able to do this and pretty much anything in area and volume, you're going to need a calculator. Now, you could get away with your basic calculator on your iPad, your phone, or anything, but these can be a little bit unreliable and a little bit hard to use. What I do suggest you do if you don't have a physical calculator, instead of using that app, there is one called Casio ClassPad. And this one is kind of like those really big calculators you see the senior students use. And when you go into main and then hit keyboard, it comes up and it gives you a lot more control so you can see exactly what you're doing. So like here, you can see pi really clearly. Okay, and then here if we want to put anything to a power, it's really easy to do so. And the buttons here allow us to navigate that as well. So you want to have something like this, as this will allow you to do things with very little issue. Okay, so that's just a suggestion if you haven't got a calculator at home. So let's start going through this anyways. So for this, we're going to be dealing with one-step conversion and then two or more step conversion. So if we look here, I've just put up the top of our page here, the conversion. So this just says if I'm going from kilometers to meters, I times by 1,000 squared. Watch out to make sure you are putting those squareds in on your thousands, hundreds, and tens, because if you don't, it gives you a very different answer. So let's go to our first one here. It says we're going from 2.5 centimeters squared and we're going to millimeters squared. So if we're going from centimeters to millimeters, I'm going to times by 10 squared. So I'm going to go 2.5 times 10 squared. And then I put that in my calculator. So it'll be 2.5 times 10 squared, which just gives us 250 millimeters squared. Bam. Okay, now that's pretty straightforward and simple. Now let's go to our part B. This one's, we've got 2 million centimeters squared and we need to go to kilometers squared. Okay, so we're going from centimeters here and we're going 1, 2. So we've got to do 2 steps to get there. So we're going to go 2 million and then we got to divide this time because of the way we're going. So we got to divide by 100 squared first. And what this gets us to is it gets us to what it would be if we are in millimeters, if we're going to meters squared. Okay, so if we go divided by 100 squared, that should give us 200. And so that is what it is in meters. Now we've got to do the extra step to get to kilometers. So to get to that, we just need to divide by 1,000 squared. Okay? Now you can do both of these in one step on your calculator. So it looks like this 2 million divided by 100 squared and then divided by 1,000 squared. So you can actually do that all in the one step if you want. Now sometimes you're going to get something like this on your calculator. Okay, and what that just means is that I'm going to have 0 point, then 4 zeros, which is what that -4 is, and then 2 will be my final number. So if you get anything like that, the number up here just tells us how many decimal places we're going to. And that is how we convert units of area and how we do them in multiple steps. Thank you.